Alright, hello guys. We've been, we being me, have done some more sorting out of some things. Primarily just error checking, making sure that everything we've done up to this time is actually it works fully as intended, which it seems to do now. The AI is, I don't want to say flawless, but I haven't encountered any problems. They try and kill each other when they're going to objectives, and when they claim one, they go to the next, and when they're all claimed, they go and defend them, and they pick random ones, and everything that we were expecting. I've made it so they don't try and shoot each other when they don't have line of sight, that kind of stuff. Which is great. And I thought today I could try and figure out respawning, which is pretty straightforward. We just need um, we need to create another actor, which is a respawn point for a particular team, and we also need to make sure that the character dies properly and stuff. Um, so it stops doing what it needs to, which is all of this. So with that in mind, let's see. So I started doing this last time. I think I either did it on video or not, but regardless, all we're doing is zeroing everything, stopping things from happening. I did encounter earlier, I forgot to disable the particle effects. I believe that's what we want. The shield and the health particle. So, what we need is the concept of a respawn point, firstly. So, we need to fire up the game. So let's actually put this after all of that. Oh, pardon me. So this shouldn't be too tricky. If I get this working fairly quickly, I should be able to work on weapon systems so we can actually have and use different weapons. And I will probably actually retroactively go back through the videos and add some descriptions about what the hell they are. Something I forgot to do in the past. So first and foremost, we need a new C++ class. So there, am I blind? Tools, there we see. Actor, and this is literally respawn point. Boom. Well, it gives us a tick and a begin play. What do you know? Okay, so we've got this thing that exists. Right. This doesn't actually need to do anything. Let me just figure this one out. Do I do it from the character's perspective or the drones? Sorry, the respawn point. I suppose the actual act of respawning the characters should be done within the context of the respawn point itself. So we're going to need a method, something like this. Possibly. I'll create it, and And we'll think of the most appropriate way to do this now. Because ideally, we want something that sets all of the defaults again. So as an example, we probably want a method in here. Something like this, and where everything that should be how it starts should be in here. So what we're doing here is we're making it so all of these properties can be set up again from scratch. I know for a fact that these won't change for now. So I'm just going to put those up here. And then do this. So now we've got the energy regen and delays and stuff. That's going to be pretty static. Nothing like that changes when we die. So this is going to put us back to how we spawn. So we need to create this declaration, which has gone in here. I don't know why that happened. That's weird. Which is public, which is excellent. Now let's see. So ideally, we've got a respawn point somewhere in the world. So we've set our health to nothing. The bots should be avoiding us. They shouldn't be bothering to try and kill us or anything. Don't know. Don't need that. That's for sure. So what we want is a reference. And if I can get that down there. There we go. Actually, it'd be easy to let the application do this. So we want a spawn point. So we want a respawn point. Okay, so we want a method called yeah, whatever. So we need a method that returns a respawn point. We need to include and then create. Yes. One after that, just try and do. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I suppose it should be in here. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Still a bit of a mess in here. I still need to sort this out properly. Right. So, let's just do this. Right, now we shouldn't be seeing anything that we don't want to see. That's what we want. That's something we want. Okay, huh? It's, moved it into here, which isn't exactly what I was expecting. Add forward declaration. It done deleted our method. Let's put this under here. So we need to search for a respawn point that our team can respawn at. So in order to do so, the respawn point needs a property, which is going to be team. And we're going to encapsulate this. I never know why it doesn't stop. Get team, set team. And then, so now respawn point, has that property. It's all good. Now we need to loop through the world. So, we want to do T array a respawn point. Act as a world a respawn point. World. Let's just stop this because it might not be helping anyway. All right. Okay, good. Okay, so now we have all of the respawn points in the world, assuming that's how I normally do this. I think that's how I intended to use that. Let me just... yeah, it's just... Oh, I don't need this. That's all. I just made it assume it's always going to be pointers, which it kind of is, so yeah. Okay, so now what we have to do is air respawn point dot get t turn respawn point, otherwise turn null. And then, so we're going through all the respawn points. This will just find the first one that has the same team as us. And now we have a respawn point that is the right team. So I may have forgotten to put them in the world, so we've got to check that. And then it should be a very simple case of common autocomplete. We've done this. Okay, fine. And then we just set our location to it. Very simple, nothing particularly fancy. We set our location to it and then we run set defaults. Hopefully this compiles. I didn't mean to launch it, but because we need to make it possible to edit those properties. Yeah, okay, we'll find out what's wrong with that in a second. Oh. Oh, come on. Don't know why it has to do that. So we might move that code into here. We might not. It does make sense that this should do that kind of thing. And if that's the case, then we can do that. But for now, it will do. There are probably some more errors I've missed, but let's find out. Oh, and we made the team property blueprint read write, so we could change it within the editor, which is kind of the point. Right then. Create new blueprint class. Type. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here. So team 1. I can't see the mouse. Team 2. Okay, I mean, considering how basic this is, that they can just basically hit play and see what happens. Why isn't that working? Okay, something's going to die in a second. Over here for sure. Okay. So the respawn works. Fantastic. So we just need to reactivate like the particle systems and stuff. I'm curious to see what happens. So they're still fighting, they're still, I guess, taking damage. Yep. Another one respawn over here. Oh, wow. I mean, okay, I love that it works without error. That's great. Because I don't have to actually fix anything as such. Oh dear. Oh, respawned. Anyway, right, so let's fix that before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So all that needs is when we kill the player, so we need to do the inverse of this. Query in physics. False. Activate. And I found, right, this recompile button by using Reddit to find out where it was. Because God knows if I know where that thing is. I can't believe it's such a subtle little button down here in the corner. I was expecting them to do something perhaps a bit more elaborate than that. Alright, let's see if it works a lot better. Oh, I love that. It's the constant combat. Of course, I do also need to make it so that the bots don't try and hug the central point of the areas, but it's working. Got another bot that came back out of spawn. Its health be looking a bit concerning. They're all kind of avoiding each other, so they're not really fighting that much. I wonder if there's any other properties I forgot, because this bot don't be looking particularly healthy. Oh, none of them are dying. I suppose, hang on. Let's fix that real quick. If we go to the AI, we can change the default game mode to Team Deathmatch, and assuming I haven't broken that, They should still work, and they should just fly over and try and kill each other. And I know that will compile. I'm just not sure whether that part of the code's still functioning. Cool. Yep, they're just going straight for kills. Wonderful. Oh, yeah, so okay. So this guy here. Oh dear. um. Hmm. Yeah, I might need to look into the team deathmatch game mode again since I've made all of the changes. Oh. So there are two bots stuck on top of each other, not moving. Oh, I died. I'm curious as to whether I come back. Hey, I did. I'm amongst this. Okay, interesting. All right. Um, let's see. So let's put this back to domination. What are we forgetting? I suppose you want to do calculate health colors or something. Calculate shield particles, or yeah. Hopefully that does the trick there. Um, hmm. Okay, so what we could do here. Oh, caps lock's on. Otherwise, current state. No, you had it the first time. Searching for objective. This could be the problem. Because we don't do anything when we're dead. And if that's happened, then just set our current object that back to default, basically. We might need the AI to respond to the drone dying, possibly to sort out some of its like states and stuff, but I think it should be alright. I don't see a potential issue with what we've got here. Because all the states are designed to like function on loop anyway, so right. Okay. So I mean that just basically just worked. So apart from them obviously in that game mode, I think that was what was broken. We're actually going to play the game ourselves. I know, crazy. Let's see if we can. I kind of want to make the camera massively like higher up, at least for when we're testing. Oh, Yeah, okay, so they're spawning in with low red health and low shields, which is very interesting. Pardon me. Let's see what else we've forgotten. Oh, come on, expand. Okay. So there's health status, which is green. Ah, because it's already green, it's doing that. So let's just do this. Be a bit more explicit. And then max out the shields as well. Shields critical should be false, yeah. Okay, there, we're being more explicit with what happens. The stats are correct, it's just it will never run that code again, which is the point of those booleans, to stop it from repeatedly running these set color and float parameters, because I do believe it lags the crap out of the particle effect if you try and do that. And it's also unnecessary, and checking a boolean flag is guaranteed to be quicker than running this method. So yeah, so that's all good. Stop play. I'm not being shot. Oh, I really need to change the cursor because it's horrible. I'm going to stop you from capturing this place. Ah, the rotation. Oh. Hmm. Oh, oh, okay. Obviously, I can still. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's still doing that. I'm wondering whether the code maybe hasn't recompiled. Because this is just explicitly setting them. So let's just try starting from scratch here. Actually, whilst we're here, let's do what I was thinking earlier. Make the camera like insanely high, like 5,000. Also, I forgot I made the AI pretty much aimbot at you, which clearly little obnoxious. So I'll need to change that for sure. Put it back to how it was. So they weren't rotating fast enough. I think it was when I was testing whether they could shoot things. That... Oh wow, look at this. Cool. Alright, looks like we're ganging up on these guys. They should respawn to my left shortly. Oh, alright. Okay, so that guy's clearly just respawned. Yeah, look at that. Cool. They're fine. Oh yeah, this I like. Now I need to change the parkour effects on the projectiles because those are getting rather obnoxious. Um, it's particle effects, trail system. So we've got this, which is what the particle effects are using. We want to change. What's it called? Lifetime. So we need a new float. Lifetime. And then we set the default to 1 second. And then we go into the projectile. Oh, and then we hit the trail, and then we go down to its stats, and we set this to like 0.5. And now we see what happens. Yeah, a lot less. Still there, just less. Also, I'm going to make the mesh a bit smaller. 0.6. And let's see how that looks. Hey, oh, it's a tiny little thing. More like a pew pew laser kind of stick. I'm wondering what that is that's being left behind. Let me just have a look. Blueprints. Is that in the base thing in here? Oh yeah, I gave them a little light. I mean, fair enough, I guess. But unfortunately, it's not in the actual code, which I could do, but I think the particle effects are a bit overkill to start with. I'm also not sure whether I want them to be casting shadows or not. Oh god. Okay, the cursor is almost impossible to see. I think I'm going to beat this guy if I can aim at it. Ah, I'm dead. Oh, hey. And I'm back, baby. Okay, my computer seems to be making a lot of noise, and I feel like the FPS is bugger all at the moment. CPU's not having... Oh, okay, it's at like 70%. Let me... key bindings. Control Shift H. I'm sure I've done that a few times in the past. It's just not working. Like F11. There we go. Yes, the FPS is concerning. 10 frames per second, jeez. I have a suspicion that I don't know. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad per se. There are a lot of objects left around. Oh, what am I looking for? What details? World outliner? Yeah, so there's only 62 actors. I mean, it's got to be the AI controllers, right? Um, Making it that bad. I mean, primarily it's going to be the continuously looping through all of the enemies in the world when it does this find enemy target. Um, huh. So, I mean, the optimal way to do this is to make them only check once a second. How many places are we doing this? It's just defending and capturing. So, and they're the same code, aren't they, basically? Yeah. Okay, so let's do that because that will fix a few issues, I'm sure. So we want another timer handle, which is uh, and why is that? I don't remember putting space in. And check for enemies. Apparently with a Y. And this is going to be and check for enemies expired. Then we need a boolean, which is what? A controller. This needs to be true. True, and then we go into wherever it is. And then we copy this and we paste it. And then we make wherever that method's gone. Create implementation. We take a copy of this as well. And check for enemies. Fire rate. Be once a second. It's going to be that. Put this back up into here. Just preemptively closing those down. There we go. Let me. A lot of stuff here that we don't need. Did I not make a timer? No, I guess I didn't. Okay, this needs to be get. Oh. Yeah, well, there's timer, check for enemies, good. And then this literally needs to do it up, or is it down? It's down. Okay, now let's see what the lag's like. Because once a second, it's probably going to be nothing. Uh, I hope. I think the objectives code is fine because it's only accessing an array that it populates as and when things move inside it. So, oh, I need this open. I need to eject. Still 9 FPS. Now, what happens if I... Oof. That's not good at all. CPU's still like 68%. It is actually doing all of this, right? Check for enemies true. And then at some point, it runs one of these. So it's functional. Okay, well, it's one less thing for them to get hung up on. I really need to block that sight line. That's kind of bullshit, really. But they're still fighting, they're still capturing objectives. Nice. You just straight up to the drive-by. Just shot that guy out of the objective and was like, I'm going for this one. Wait, I'm AFK, my friend. This guy just trying to kill me. This is a lot of fun to watch, though. Oof, get wrecked. Oh god, they're coming back with a vengeance. Alright, I mean, we've done something pretty cool here, so I will need to investigate this because that is actually insanity. Like, do I... What's gone wrong here? Preview quality. Yeah. Let's just do a build all. Just to be sure. Seem to be locked at 60 FPS there. I suppose makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it just plummets. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was my graphics card, right? But still, I mean, it can run very, very highly demanding games, so... I will look into that. But we did some good things. So, I was also just going to briefly cover a concept that I wanted to put in the game, which is hard to see visually because you can't really tell. It's something that usually, hang on, there we go. Something that really bugs me when uh, you're playing a game that's got a fairly reasonable skill ceiling, and like new players get dominated by veterans and stuff. I believe I did it in here. Wait, come on, grief. Okay, so basically, with that in mind, I made it so your maximum shields get progressively lower whenever you take damage. So currently, half of the damage you take, you lose as maximum potential shields. And what this means is if you come out of a fight alive, there's every possibility that your shield's maximum is a lot less than you had before. And it basically stops people from being able to live permanently, which gets really irritating when there's basically one player running around massacring everyone. You know, it's not very fun to play into because see, um, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Uh, Especially in games like Call of Duty or something where they're just straight up insta killing them, everyone, but you still good enough to kind of hit them, but maybe not kill them. And then they just wait a few seconds and suddenly they're back to full health, and it's like, well, I've either got to kill them instantly or outplay them somehow, and uh, certain people you just can't do that to. And you can't always rely on your teammates to be able to do it as well. So, and of course, health doesn't regenerate in this, so your shields can be down to 50, which is a third of what everybody else has to start with. So, you know, unless you're an absolute dodging pro, you'll probably inevitably die. So, that's the plan anyway. Shield degradation. Um, so yeah, I would carry on and like work on weapons and stuff, but I really want to get this FPS issue fixed. So my plan will be to disable all of the AI bots, see if it's the code rather than the graphics. And I fully suspect it's actually the graphics at this point, because these things make like one decision every second now. Um, in fact, I could just change the tick time to like half a second. Um, so yeah, I don't know. That's just so annoying. It could even just be a bug. Um, so yeah, I'll figure that one out. But if you've actually managed to get this far without getting annoyed with my voice and following along with stuff that I'm doing, then hopefully I've done some stuff which maybe helps. I try my best to explain things as well as I can. And I always put the code up online on GitHub, so you know you can always see where I'm at with regards to all that kind of stuff. At any given time, basically, even if you're not watching the videos anymore. So yeah, thanks a lot. I will keep doing this. This is at this point, this is almost just for me to sanity check stuff that I do, and by having to explain it, even if it's just to myself, it forces me to have a better understanding of it, which is great. Same reason you put comments on all of your code, because it just makes you have a better grasp of how it works. So yeah, I'll see you guys around. I'll come back next time and hopefully fix the FPS issues and made the what am I going for? And we can start working on like different weapons and things. And then I need to physically make the projectile particles and stuff. which is going to be quite fun. I suck at that, so we'll see what happens. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you around.